How do you make your dreams a reality? Has it been very challenging? Why? The Dream to Rise podcast was created to inspire individuals on their journeys of personal and professional growth. Recognizing the power of dreams and aspirations, this podcast aims to share authentic stories, valuable insights, and transformative strategies from a diverse range of guests. It serves as a platform for encouraging listeners to overcome obstacles, embrace their potential, and pursue their passions with purpose and determination, ultimately empowering them to turn their dreams into reality. Let us listen to our guests and learn from their story. Welcome to our Dream to Rise podcast, and I have two guests right now, special, it's a mother-son tandem. Their name is Valerie and Ethan Bowman. They own the Bowman Designs LLC. Ethan is aspired to establish his own t-shirt business since his high school years. In high school, he served as a teaching assistant for the marketing class and pursued a media arts curriculum, wonderful, which included graphic design. Additionally, he participated in a work exploration program that provided him with opportunities to gain practical experience in various trades by working for local businesses. Despite his cerebral palsy, Ethan was unable to secure any paid employment. As his parents, they recognized the challenges he faced in accepting this situation. So after seeking guidance and exploring potential avenues to support Ethan's success, they made the decision to establish a business that aligned with his passion. Wonderful. Without further ado, I would like to welcome our guests, Valerie and Ethan Bowman. Welcome, Valerie and Ethan. It's so nice to have you here at my podcast.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for inviting us.
Of course. By the way, we met at the Loudon Social Collective networking event. I'm sure Ethan and your mom will be able to share what you have gone through, adversities, make sure that you kept that positive attitude. You are able to realize your dream. And this is your dream. The concept of this podcast is to ask for your story. What were your adversities? And then how were you able to evolve and now helping others through your...
I was born with cerebral palsy, and at first the doctors said that I would never be able to walk or talk. And now I can walk and talk. My whole life I've been told I wouldn't be able to do certain things, and my mother has watched me prove you wrong. And that's my goal, is to prove people wrong about things they think I can't do because of the cards I was dealt.
Yeah. So he's basically, just to reiterate to make sure everybody understood what he said, he was born with cerebral palsy, and the doctors originally said that he would not walk or possibly not even be able to talk or not talk well. So we, as his parents, were always, if you want to do it, you figure out your way to do it. And we always pushed for success in his way and not exactly perfect as the way we think it should be done, and not allowing him to say, I can't. Like, I can't was not an option. It was, how do I figure out I can do this for myself? So that's kind of where he's got the mentality of, as long as I work hard and as long as I learn different things, I can achieve what I want to do.
So at what age was that wherein was still having difficulty speaking and walking, and then he wanted to pursue his passion? There was a mind shift now that I can.
Yeah, so he did that all the way. We had occupational therapists and speech therapists that all came in to our home through a program called West Virginia Birth to Three. They worked with him all the way through to getting him into the school system. Probably about third or fourth grade, I think, is where he went to a doctor's appointment in Philadelphia with the Shriners program. The doctor was like, if you don't want these braces, you can throw them in the trash. So he did that, and that was, he had a walker and braces at the same time. But it was kind of like at that point where the doctor was like, you don't have to wear all of this stuff and do all this all the time, where he just kind of started walking and doing things independently more on his own. Like, but at that point in time, probably about fourth grade, I would say.
He decided to throw it away.
Yes, yes. He's just
Oh,
like, I can do it. So
wonderful. And how many siblings do you have, Ethan?
I have two.
Three?
Two.
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 And are you the youngest?
No, I'm the oldest.
Oh, you're the oldest. You're now 22, right? And how
21. He just turned
21.
21.
21. So how old are the other siblings?
One's 18 and one's
14.
20.
Do you think, Ethan, the support of the family made a big difference for you to tell yourself, I can do it?
Absolutely.
Sometimes others would say, because as a parent, and also for my mastermind, I would always push my members or my kids, push them to their limits so they may be able to discover their potential. But others would look at it in such a way, oh, you're punishing me. They complain. How do you see it in a different way? I mean, when your mom would say, you can do it, you can do it. Is she pushing you very hard, or do you look at it as an opportunity for growth?
It's definitely an opportunity to go and become better.
Wonderful. And it makes a difference if you have that kind of growth mindset. Because if you stick to your negative mindset, even though how hard they would push you, nothing would happen because it's really up to you. It's your choice, right? So when did you start with this business? Could you share your story after you removed and threw away all the braces, the walker?
Yeah, in middle school, I have friends, but I was still kind of like, a small group of friends. I wasn't really like popular or anything like, and as the years went by, I didn't have a lot of friends.
You don't have a lot of friends.
Yeah.
Have you experienced children bullying you?
I
Because my
got
son was also bullied.
I was bullied in different. I wasn't really bullied like to my face. I was bullied behind my back and
Yeah.
like people didn't think that I was able to understand what they were saying because cerebral palsy is physical and a lot of people see any disability as mental. So people would say stuff not knowing I knew what they were saying.
Mm-hmm. But did you have some group of friends who supports you as well? Close friends?
I have really close friends, and after high school, we kind of grew up on things now. I don't see them that much, but they are still very supportive. And
Wonderful. Because it makes a difference if you have that support group who would lift you up, who believes in you, who would stand behind you to support you. That makes a difference. And that gives you so much fire and motivation to pursue what you want to pursue in life. So when was the time wherein, oh, this is my dream. I have created my dream and then I want to pursue this dream.
so I don't know where I should start on this. In 2020, during the pandemic,
During
all of my friends told me to get TikTok,
mm,
and I kept telling them no because I wanted to. I thought TikTok was a bad thing. To me, it was a bad thing, but when we were all stuck at home, I downloaded TikTok and started making videos. And then I was seeing people making their own custom apparel for the YouTube channel and the TikTok channels. And I was like, that's what I want to do. I want to use my platform to make merch in graphic design to show people that I could do whatever I set my mind.
Who inspired you to choose that graphic designing? Was it really your passion? Was
Um,
it that your what you want to do in?
let's see, I've always liked drawing and doing art. A big motivation for like the teacher, like the whole business as a whole was actually a YouTube channel called Off the Edge or Demolition Edge.
Mhm.
And I seen him kind of have a business where he had graphic designers and t-shirt, a business where he did everything that I wanted to do.
So did you convince your mom, Mom, let's start a business, let's open a business? Who initiated to open the business? Was it you or your mom?
I would say I think mom
Mhm.
pushed it more, and
Mhm.
I was kind of like,
Were you afraid to start with that business?
yeah.
Yeah.
I,
Why are you afraid? Why were you afraid? Because of the condition, your condition that you won't be able to do it?
I just I thought starting a business was for like the elite, like the
The top in the society who can only start a business.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I didn't think that just some kid in the middle of nowhere could
The
just
middle
start a
class can
business.
start a business. And that's another limiting belief. A lot of
Yeah.
doubts, right? Running into our mind.
Yeah,
And then because I believe in the law of attraction. I don't know if you know the law of attraction, wherein what you nurture in your mind is, for example, I can do it. Very positive thoughts, that becomes a reality. But if you nurture negative thoughts, then that's what you get as well. So be careful of what we think, because our thoughts becomes feelings. Yes, our thoughts, I can do it, I can do it. And I feel motivated that I can do it. And then when you feel motivated, you take action. And that's what happened to you. You took action with your mom's support to start a business, and you're directly involved with the operations. And then what do you get? Results. See? So
Yep.
thoughts becomes feelings, and feelings becomes actions, and actions becomes results. And now you have your business. Now you're earning.
I feel like his dad had a big push on the business aspect of it because I was working and I was content with what I was doing. And then I started having like they just switched some things up and he was the one that was like, "Why don't you and Ethan go ahead and start your business?" And he was doing a whole bunch of research and stuff and looking things up and figuring out what it took to get licensed and that kind of stuff. I think he knew that it was something that Ethan really wanted, and he knew that if I was working alongside him, that it would drive me as well. I
So
think he
what
really
was
pushed
your
for it.
work before? What did you do before?
I did a lot of things, but the most recent thing that I did was I was a customer service representative for a uniform company, which also did shirts and logos and things like
Good.
that.
That's good. At least you had an idea and background of that business as well.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then have you stopped working in that
I
company?
did. I did.
So
Yeah,
you're now full-time working for this TBD LLC
yes,
business.
yeah.
Wonderful. I'm happy that you started early, Ethan, because me, I started my business late when I retired. But I won't say retired. I have recreated my life. And recreating my life, I am more purpose driven because I want to make sure that what I'm doing is helping other people. And what you're doing, I'm sure it's purpose driven as well because you're helping companies, helping people who have events that would need marketing their brands through the shirts or through whatever items that you could provide for them. And that's service as well.
Yes.
If you're inspiring others that, hey, oh, this will add also help me in my marketing, and you're helping other people. So it's purpose driven, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So when we spoke last Monday, you mentioned that you're more in the operations and Ethan is more on the creative side, or is he both on the operations and creative?
He is mostly the creative part of it. He does the designing, and the digitizing, which is for the embroidery, and then he is learning the trade of the engraving machine. So he's actually been able to put the cups onto the rotator to mark them for engraving. So like I was having to put everything on and doing the fine motor skill type things, but he's learned to figure that out for himself. So he can do pretty much the engraving on his own, do the like for the embroidery machine for the hooping, and putting those on. We did try to let him do that in the beginning, but he somehow ran the needle through his thumb. So I'm like, I got this. And he literally just this week, he's got a little short video clip where he was laying garments onto the heat press to press that.
And we would like to share it to our viewers and listeners, but probably because in the Spotify and Apple, there's no video. But I will post this also in my YouTube channel, but probably you could explain it also later. The video,
Yeah,
because
this is him making the business cards.
okay.
Hello, I'm the Bowman
Okay,
Designs, and today I will show you how I make business cards. The first thing is I'm going to, well, I already have the logo I want on the card on this program, but I have to change the settings when I first put a new logo into here, and then you take the card and you use these guides to line the card up. I'm a little bit shaky, so it takes me a little bit to get it lined up. Then I shut this, and then I click on this logo to make sure it's central. And then see this way a little. And now it's ready to be engraved. Now all I do is hit start and send it to the engraver. Hit that button and let it go. Now we just slide the card out. And there we have it. A business card. It's made with aluminum. And you can put anything you want on it.
Yeah.
Hey y'all, I'm Ethan Bowman.
Oh.
Color.
Let me take the read.
How make business cards.
Okay, that's it. So we'll go back to you. Wonderful, Ethan. I'm so proud of you. Oh my. So your business card is this material as this one?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I see. But because this is more, what material is this? This is a lot harder than the cardboard.
Yeah, it's aluminum.
You only do aluminum?
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
So if someone has a design, just send the design and you'll do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have the different types of software where we can change it up to make it the black and white logo so that the engraver will pick up the colors that needs to be engraved. The same way if like you want something on a t-shirt or if you're getting it digitized. Digitizing, we can pretty much take any image and then he just draws in the software, he draws the stitches over top of the logo. With if you don't have like a PNG logo with a transparent background already, he is capable of putting that together and design. Like he may have to recreate it to make sure that the pixels work out and the design comes out onto the garments correctly, but he has all the stuff that he needs to accomplish that.
Wonderful. So this is their business card, TBD. And then look at what he did also in the at the back. So they even have a QR code. Wonderful. I'm so proud of you, Ethan. In terms of marketing, who handles the clients? Who does the marketing part wherein you promote and then get clients?
Ethan will do a lot of like the videos and the things like that for Facebook or TikTok or wherever it is that we're promoting at. My phone number is the one that we use for the business. So all the phone calls come in through me, and I'm the one that lays down or follows like through the emails and, says, hey, Ethan, I need you to create this design or make this logo, or this person's looking for this or whatever it is. So
most of the work is being done by Ethan.
Unless it's the embroidery machine, then unless he does the digitizing, then I do like making the hats and stuff go on. But yeah, for the most part, if it's not a physical thing, like doing the heat press, it takes him a little bit longer to do that, and it's not really cost effective for the time. But for him to learn the trade, we can do that every once in a while. But yeah.
But anyway, you're there. It's a partnership anyway. No?
Yeah.
So what challenges do you have as an entrepreneur, and how are you dealing with the challenges right now with your as a business? What are some of your challenges?
Well, challenges for the business is like obviously like competition, especially in this area. But a few others is like sometimes it's age fun, and sometimes it's the speech, like talking to people, and them not understanding or them not being willing to take the time to understand. And those are the biggest challenges.
But you are always with your mom whenever you speak with a customer, right?
I mean,
Most of the time.
Most of the time, yes. And you do the initial talking, and then mommy will just do the follow-up. See, that's the partnership.
Yeah.
So what are now your goals for the next 12 months?
My goal is to push the business to a wider audience and gain a lot more clients. I would like to be busy.
And how would you do that, getting more clients? Because as what you mentioned a while ago, there's competition. What would you do something different from compared with the other business on the same business?
Right now, I'm trying my best to like make really high quality videos and photography, promoting the business, and because I love to edit videos and like make it look aesthetically pleasing, and photography. I'm trying to use my camera and make professional photos.
Yeah, when you show yourself to other people, you're being authentic, and that's how you build trust with your. So, what do you think would be the major roadblock for you from achieving your dream, your goals?
I guess it would be myself, and like dying or not pushing myself hard enough, not
Getting discouraged.
giving myself the outlet to promote and to do my best.
Mhm. And most of the time, it all boils down to fear, right?
Yeah.
Fear because you might commit, you might fail. Fear that I might, I mean, I'll make a mistake, and then and self-doubt. I cannot do it. And that's why your mom is always telling you, you can do it. You can. You know what? I just want to share. I have my granddaughter who's turning 3 next month. I gave her like the mandarin orange. Do you know that? And it's easy to peel, right? So I tried starting to peel it, and then I give it to her because she wants to eat the orange. And then I told her, then peel it yourself. And then she tried it, and then Lola. Lola is what she calls me as grandma in Tagalog in the Philippines. So, Lola, this is too hard for me. Oh, no, 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 no. If you want to eat the orange, you have to peel it yourself. But it's too hard. I cannot do it. I can't do it. Excuse me. I don't know of can't. I don't have can't in my vocabulary. So I told her, you can do it. And then she just left it on the table. Okay, then you won't have any orange. So she picked it up, started peeling it up again, and then she was able to finish. See, you can do it.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. Sometimes we need, as parents also, the elders, to really push our kids. For them, it's really the negative thoughts that they are always thinking about. If we are, as parents, we are models of what we have gone through in life. All of us have gone through a lot of adversities, a lot of traumas, a lot of struggles in life. Imagine if you will get stuck, just like what happened to me. I've been abused by my husband for 23 years, and my children were also abused. And he was on a 2-year restraining order. And the worst part was we were blocked by his parents and family because they blamed me for his death when he died while biking due to a massive cardiac arrest. So they blamed me. So I felt that guilt for 6 years. And I was afraid to go out and engage with people. Why? I might be judged. I might be rejected. I was a failure as a mom and as a wife. But when my son asked me, Mom, will I be going to college? Because he just graduated from high school. And it was like a slap on my face that I forgot about my son. So he asked me if he could go to Culinary Institute of America. Being a program assistant at the bank, how much am I earning? I won't be able to afford sending him to CIA. Imagine first year 50,000, second, third year were 60,000 each. Where will I get that money? But when I started creating my dream by design means it's more expansive, not by default, because if you're creating your dream by default, you're constricted by the circumstances and the conditions surrounding you, like my past pains, my fears, my limiting beliefs. I would have not be able to send my son to CIA. And now, what is he doing? He's now in Fresno, California. As a chef, he is training cooks and staff, managing 15 schools, preparing meals from scratch rather than giving meals to students frozen food or processed food.
Yeah.
So this is what he's doing. I'm glad that he is leading now a more purposeful life. If I did not go out of my comfort zone, what would happen to my kids? Probably they'll be in drugs. They won't be motivated to go to work.
Right.
As parents, we should be model to our children. And now we are helping them by leaving our footprints so the younger generation may follow the footprints which you have embedded on the ground. And that's leaving your legacy. And now inspiring children that, hey, nothing is impossible as long as you believe. You believe in God,
Yes.
that He will be there. No, even though there seems to be no way, there will always be a way. Even though you're already hanging on the string at the end of the rope and you're at the cliff, He will make sure that He will catch you.
Yes. You can't. The other thing I would say is when you come upon obstacles, or if you've tried something and it fails, you can't just be like, well, this didn't work. It's not going to work. You just have to say, okay, that didn't work. What is going to work, and figure out what is. Like we've had, we were doing the QuickBooks program, and we paid for a website. We did all kinds of different things that were just taking financial burden
Yeah.
on for the business, and we had to reevaluate and give a lot of that up and work through some different avenues. And the biggest thing that I think this year, going into this year, we're going 3 years in, is becoming aware of having an actual business plan. Like, what is our goal? And my goal is to actually make it to where Ethan is more financially stable, and able to start setting his goals to purchase a home for himself, and
Wow.
do those, like, or even purchase a piece of property or something. But
That's
everything around us is going skyrocketing. So that my goal is for him to start being able to make a decent living, that he can start saying, okay, I have a financial income and I can purchase this.
wonderful.
So, and that without the business plan, I don't know that, you have to have a plan. And you, even if your plan doesn't work when you first start it, you just rewrite the plan and keep going. So,
Yes. As what we have learned in life, failures are stepping stones to success.
mhm.
Einstein had to fail 10,000 times to light a bulb. So it's the same. All successful people had to go through those failures. And the lessons learned from that failure, apply it for the next trial. Life is a journey. It's not about the result. What have you learned throughout that journey? Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the moment.
And
Whatever.
not everyone is against you either. There are so many people, especially with the social collectives we've learned, or even with other businesses. When you talk to people and you explain to them, like, hey, I'm having a hard time with this, there are so many people out there that are in the same trade that we are, and they give us advice. They help us through it. It's not, if I know somebody who can do something that we're not doing, I'll say, hey, yeah, I know somebody who can do this for you.
Awesome. That's the good thing in about networking. We connect, we collaborate, and we support each other.
Yeah.
That's how we are. It's not about me, it's about us. How can we support each other so all of us would be successful?
Yeah. This just came to my head, like when you were talking to him about what is different between us and our competitors. And I would say the customers that we have right now, they're not just a customer. Most of them have become friends. The other day, I think it was last week, maybe a couple weeks ago, I took my daughter to McDonald's, and one of my customers came up to me and gave me a hug, and she's like, "Who is that?" "Oh, that's a customer." And she's like, "He hugged you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So,
See, it's the
but
relationship that you're developing or creating. It's really collaborating. We support. I am concerned about you. What are your needs? How can I help? And hopefully this could also help you with your marketing. And that's why when I immediately saw you, imagine you're already working, and I know you will be able to inspire other people. So through this, I hope I'll be able to help you as well. So what before we end, what is one simple advice you'd like to share to our viewers and listeners?
So I've always had this motto that I go by, besides to watch me prove you wrong, is achieve your goals hit your target. And it's the start of my TikTok. And I was a Bowman. So I mean, hit your targets is like achieving your goals. You have to aim for success. Always aim for success because that's the only option.
Mhm. And I always say, when you create your purpose, when you create your dream, your purpose, no matter what struggles you're going through towards your goal, it you are still driven by what you want. So you won't feel bad when you experience some struggles, because they will even keep you moving forward. Those gives you so much strength. The failures, oh, I won't accept, especially with you, Ethan. I could see you. You're not the type of person who would just give up, who will not quit. And that even failures will be a driving force for you to stay in your lane towards your destiny. And when you mentioned about you have competitors, I just want to share with you that you have your lane in the track and field. Keep in your lane. Don't look at the left side or the right side. Focus on the end of the road. I mean, the finish line. Whatever you experience in that lane, just do it. It's not about comparing yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't compare yourself. Even in life, oh, how come my classmate is already a doctor? I'm just I'm here. I'm just a life coach or what? They earn more money compared to me, but we are called in different ways. They have a mission. You have a mission. They were raised differently. I was raised differently, so I cannot compare myself to you. How you experience trauma is entirely different from how I experience my trauma. So no one can compare ourselves to another one. So just keep moving forward. Yes, Ethan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so how can they connect with you? So what is your business email address, your website, and phone number?
Okay. Just so it's more clear. So the phone number is 681-242-87. Business email address is the Bowman Designs with an S at gmail.com. You can follow us on Facebook, TikTok,
And
and Instagram.
Then look for,
TBD.
so they'll just search for TBD.
Yeah.
Okay,
Is it TBD or
wonderful.
is it the Bowman Designs?
Wonderful.
What you'll see is the black logo with the TBD on it.
TBD. There. Well, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity, which you have just shared, your incredible journey, Ethan and Valerie, for your business. Your story is a reminder of resilience, courage, and transformative impact pursuing one's dreams. And that's why I appreciate your openness, your being vulnerable, and the valuable insights you have imparted to us and to our listeners. I wish you all the best, Ethan and Valerie, for your business. And I look forward to seeing you again in the next Social Collective.
Thank you so
And
much. We
nice
appreciate
to
it.
see you. And it's an honor to have you here at Dream to Rise. Thank you. Okay, bye. To our
Bye.
listeners, wait for our next episode. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Such an incredible story of resilience and transformation. The journey is a powerful reminder that adversity can lead to profound personal growth and the ability to uplift others. It's inspiring to see how each one turned their challenges into opportunities for healing, especially for those who may feel lost or hopeless. I want to take this opportunity to invite you to explore my books, My Journey into Becoming and Dream to Rise from Darkness into Light. In my journey into becoming, I shared my personal struggles in overcoming an abusive relationship and the heart-wrenching moments that followed, ultimately finding my purpose in helping others live their dreams. Dream to Rise, an anthology, combines the stories of 18 courageous co-authors who illuminate the path from darkness to light. Each narrative showcasing the profound impact that sharing our truths can have on those who are struggling. Together, we can inspire change and encourage others to embrace their own journeys. Remember, your voice matters, and there is a community of support waiting to lift you up. Let's continue to be beacons of hope and make a difference in this world. Thank you for being here and for everything you're doing to help others rise. For those who would like to be a part of the Dream to Rise Inner Circle, this is a mastermind group that fosters learning and growth. My main objective is to help the members rise and shine. Be a part of this amazing group and let's thrive to be the best version of ourselves. If you need more information, please visit my website www.dreamtorise.info. Again, www.dreamtorise.info. Have a blessed day to all.